We in the building today on another day. All right. We got blessed to wake up another day. Why my face looking ashy to the mud, baby? Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that. How y'all doing today on this blessed day? Grand Masterful Rich Rising. I was in there diving my face in that cold water. I definitely gotta get some of this. I was about to call it Vienna sausage, bro. It's not Vaseline. Vaseline sounds like Salina. Oh, there it is. That's what they mean when they say pop out. That boy popped out. Oh yeah, we in there. We is in there. Look at that, like swimwear. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, man. I see y'all being doing, having all the good you desire. Only if you see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't see it for yourself, I see it for you until you realize that it's for you. You dig? Nope, that can't go on that finger yet. Just gotta go on there a little bit later on the day. All right. Let's see, where we at? We gonna move. Was out here checking our YouTube, making sure we engaging with the folks. I know y'all missed us yesterday. Yesterday was a couple of unforeseen events occurred, and had to go take care of those. My plan was to come back and go live in the afternoon, but I got back and started working on the video for y'all.
Can you put it over here?
Oh, you mean leaning against? There you go. Wow, splat out. What chicky pat out. This is what go on, man? It's going good, you know what I'm saying? I love your name, man. I win. Love it. Yes. All the time. Winning all the time. But winning comes with action and execution.
That's right.
So today's conversation is going to be about staying locked in. I don't like that.
What?
I don't like it's too much top. Get it too much. Okay, that's too much.
Wow.
All right, let me see. Go ahead, put that there. Right about there. Hold on, let's move y'all real quick. Bam.
What's happening?
Yeah, today's conversation is about staying locked in. We're gonna talk about perceptions. I feel like this is the season. Always, the winter is always the time to stay locked in.
Right.
Because it's really like the downtime, and then it's also stuff where you can, go a little harder, right? And this is where you start, closing off and not showing up to a lot of stuff people invite you to. Let me see. Let me roll this down just a little bit. Got that. Boom, right there. You don't want to be seen, right now?
I'm eating, yeah.
It's like I don't want to be seen. I'm eating. Yeah, man. It says about motivation. I would say, yeah, it's about motivation, finances, a different perspective on life. Talk about God, just overall of continuous. Mainly, it's about health, wealth, love, and happiness, right? These are 4 pillars to the good life, right? And depending on the season, those are the ones that we really tap on. But like, obviously, it's mindset too is everything, and so I think this is a season to stay locked in, right? Because there's a lot of challenges and a lot of things that are coming up. And per se, like one of our goals is to wake up every day and work out, right? And what's a couple of other things that you want to accomplish? Read every day. That's another one. It's just keep up the good work, bro. Appreciate you, man. Much love, and I appreciate you for taking the time to comment and give me a share of your mindset. Yeah, and then two. making sure that we continue to make content. You know, that's another part of the grind. Just because we know we have something to offer, and also to fine tuning and sharpen up the skill on speaking to as well, right? And a lot of it is really going for something of being a multitude of people, right? There's a lot of things that some people go through that I might go through and be able to have some insight on, right? And there's sometimes I may not have any insight because I've never experienced, right? Kind of like the situation when people's loved ones pass away and you don't really have anything to say because you ain't never experienced it. Until you experience it, then you understand what they were going through. So you understood, like, always saying condolences and stuff, that's just that's a phrase. Not really any feeling behind it, more in a say, right? Until you actually have the experience. And I think staying locked in this season, man, is like, it's gonna always be a challenge. Gonna always be a challenge. And right now I'm in a season where I'm being tested a lot of this time, right? And I'm also acknowledging, man, is that a bug over there?
What?
Go check and see if that's a bug right there by that door.
It is.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I'm
oh my God, it is. Oh my God. I think it's because we were opening a lot
probably
of
so.
doors yesterday.
My wife. Why does she like? She likes no bugs, man. I don't understand. Man, you can get a boot and you can just ram it right there. Bam.
No.
Listen, staying locked in, yo. Look, you see these distractions right now? Gotta bring it locked in. But long story short, I think for me this season is being a lot of challenges. But baby, chill out. Chill out with your
flies. I'm just no. I don't know if you do it.
Anyways, there's gonna be a lot of challenges, man. There's gonna be a lot of challenges. There's gonna be a lot of distractions, and you just gotta get it in where you fit in, honestly. Like right now I have a pretty congested schedule right now. Huh? Oh, yeah.
I was saying what you didn't want to say. A pretty busy schedule.
No, I didn't want to say busy. I want to say congested schedule. And it only involves me to be able to have my workout time in certain designated times. So I got to stay locked in, and I also see the mindset and the mind frame that comes with that too as well, right? And so also saying this, sometimes you may have belief systems that are like creeping around that you got to address.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got to address, and you got to be conscious, and you got to be present in the moment of hearing the dialogue that's happening at the time that is happening, right? So I'll be frank and share, right? I think one of my dialogues waking up super early, like 5 a.m. is like, you know, I have a plan to wake up, and then it'll be like, oh man, you need some more sleep because you got to get ready to go to the hustle later on, and you're gonna be there for like 9 hours, so you don't want to get sleepy behind the wheel, right? And it's like, yo, like when did that get there, right? And it's something that occurred in the process, but it also too like I edit very late, right, before we post the content usually, and we've been on the mission to post every single day with YouTube, right? Because we want to get our watch time up, and we also want to manifest to see the other side of the realm, right? Monetization and so on and so forth. But that comes with being productive, and that comes with producing, right? And that comes with executing, being disciplined, and finding what's the main priority, right? And then organizing on the way up, right? Meaning organizing your schedule, what's most important, and also finding what's the priority first, right? And right now, my version of staying locked in is putting God first as soon as I wake up. Secondary, working out. So God first, meaning like pray, read some scriptures, take some notes, right? Yeah. And then write and like make a little journal, you know what I'm saying, journal about what I got and how I'm gonna implement it for the day. And then 2, work out. After I work out, meditate, do yoga, that's all together. Workout, when I say workout, I mean workout, stretch, and meditate. yoga, stretch, they both the same. You know, they ain't the same, but you get my gist. Like one of those that stretch the ligaments and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I got to get ready and get dressed. Obviously, hygiene is on top of that board. But mainly your water and things like that, what comes with that whole workout, you know, group category right there, that whole little section right there. Afterwards, get dressed, take my daughter to school, come back, set up shop so we can go on live. And from there, if I have enough time, I'll maybe work on the next project, you know, to get that posted. But that's mainly my AM routine. That's mainly what I want to focus on in my AM routine. Now, is that always getting hit? No, but the point is to make sure that I stay locked in hard enough and conscious enough that I keep hitting the goal, keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. Now, there are some things that get punched in on that list, and sometimes there's some things that don't get punched in. But my main ultimate goal of staying locked in is to hit all of that and be consistent 7 days out of the week at least, right? What's the perspective of you staying locked in, and how you want to express staying locked in this season?
Oh man,
I know, right?
I wasn't ready. I was still digesting my food. Okay.
I don't give a damn.
I would say that a part of what you said, which is great, and with that, I wanted to add that I know you had mentioned the fact that we are staying locked in with YouTube and stuff like that, and I wanted to give it out there to the people who are listening and to someone who's willing to start YouTube. And I wanted to say that that's one way to get your watch hours on YouTube. Post every day for 30, or have a 60 day, 90-day plan, or 30-day plan, right?
Yeah.
We had a 30-day plan, so that's what we're doing right now until the end of February. We'll probably continue, but that's we've seen the difference, like a lot of difference. So if you are interested in starting the YouTube channel, go ahead, and that's how you, good morning,
Grand Rising.
That's how you can grow on your YouTube channel. Just make sure you post every day.
Thank you for blessing, for sharing and blessing.
You're welcome.
Gratitude and appreciation, man. Love the energy, guys, in the chats. Thank you.
And then also another thing that you said that I wanted to chime in on was waking up in the morning. I was going to say that if you want to wake up early in the morning, you have to prioritize you sleeping early. Yes, you have to prioritize. I know this. I'm not going beyond 10 p.m. so that I can be able to rest well, have my 8 hours of sleep. That's another way you can do it. I'm already doing it, that I wake up early, so by the time it's time for everybody to be watching movies, everybody to be moving around at 8, I'm tired. I am like, this is it for me. I can't take this anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So it helps. You go to sleep
prioritize
early.
And sleep.
Yeah, sleeping early so you can wake up early when it's time for you to sit and do nothing at night. You fall asleep because you're already tired.
Yeah.
E.T. said that the devil, he was like,
he said, oh yeah, he said, I'm so productive. I do so much in the day. Yeah. By the time it is time for the devil to whisper in my ear, I'm already tired. I'm already beat because
that's me right now.
I got so much done. I woke up super early, and now I'm. Devil's like, come on, let's go do it. All right, let's go. I'm right behind you.
And then he goes.
And he gone, right? Because he already exerted all the energy that he needed by getting up so early. I think he gets up at 3 a.m. I don't know if he's still getting up at 3 a.m. Yeah, he get up at 3 a.m. Man, I was like, what?
But the things that I do when I wake up, I go to sleep early and I wake up very early. I wake up around 4:30.
Yeah.
Or sometimes 4, sometimes 3 if I slept very good.
Yeah.
And then I will read, I will journal, and then
mainly when we get up at, if you get up at 3 or you get up at 4, we pray first, and then
we pray first at 4, yes. And then I read, I journal, what else do? I set up my to-do list for the day, and then I work out, and then I wake everybody up after that.
You know what's funny is that we used to, at one point, it wasn't a habit of ours to wake up. Well, yeah.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, at one point, it wasn't a habit of ours to wake up that early, right? We weren't even incorporating prayer like that, and I started actively seeking I started actively asking the right questions, actively listening, actively taking notes. And what I realized is that this is a must within my family, right? This is a must within my marriage. This is a must within impressing upon the subconscious of my daughter's mind on the practice of this, right? Like today, one of our to-dos is for her to read her 10 Commandments. Now, why? A lot of it is just, like I said, impress upon her subconscious the awareness. Obviously, not to steal. I shouldn't tell her this verbally, but also telling her this verbally. But I want her to also read because she's 6. She can read damn good, man. Yeah. She read really, really good. It's a blessing, too, to see that when you see your children developing so fast, right? And so now I'm just putting her in alignment of making certain practices and routines a part of her journey, a part of her day-to-day, so it can set and lock her mind into a way of thinking, right? And also too, she'll be aware of it when she gets older. So I'm already continuously doing the job that I need to do, which is getting her closer to God. So that for their way, I'm gonna read that comment in a minute. Their way, when she gets older and she detours off the path and start doing other stuff and like that, and there's no need for me and mom to worry. Right? Because it's like, you're going to have to, that's a part of the journey. I can't stop you from making the choices that you're going to sit there and make. All I can do is instill the awareness of these are better choices, because if you make these choices, you'll get a better result. Than allowing somebody else to have control of your mind and persuade you and influence you to do something that you know internally, intuitively wise, that this is not the best decision. So as a father, that's what I'm focusing on too as well. So that's something that I say staying locked in about too, and that's why we because if you read our headline, we're called Lock Fam Kingdom Diaries, right? And Lock Fam, initially most people think that we're talking about locks, right, like hair, and it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset. Lock Fam Kingdom Diaries is locked in, right? You locked in not only into the family, but you locked in God vibes only. Because family ultimately is God, right? And God is over the family, and there is no foundation without God in the family. Right. You'll have a bunch of distortion, right? You'll have a bunch of mindsets and their own different perspectives running crazy and wildly, right? I am a living testimony of that when it comes to my mother's side of the family. There's no organization, there's no unity, there's no anything. And they claim to say God, but they're not practicing the practices of God. They're not practicing the practice of thinking like God, right? And nor practicing the practice that Christ brought into the world. So with that being said, it's like, y'all, this is a result of you not having God in the family. We don't have, I've never had a reunion with that family. Never. The whole time I've been on this earth, right? And so staying locked into your practices, staying locked into your routines, making your routine simplistic as possible.
Oh, yes.
Defining
your morning routine, especially, because sometimes we make our morning routine exhausting, that when you wake up and think about it, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go walk outside right now. It's freezing. I'm about to do this and do that.
Start talking yourself out of it.
Yes, just do 4 things in the morning. I do 4 things in the morning, and that's my morning. I make sure I prioritize my hygiene. I read. I journal. I work out. Yeah. I'm like, what?
She looked at me like, what?
What?
Don't bring me in there. You forgot your own routine.
So I do 4 things, which is like read. First thing, I wake up. I make sure I do my hygiene, because if I'm thinking I'm gonna be sitting on top in the bed with my sleepy face on and read, I'm going back to sleep, right? Yeah. So I have to wake up, do my hygiene, read, come back, read. And then work out, and then journal, and then work out.
Yeah, I like playing around and switching them around and see which ones are good, because a lot of the times I feel like if I do the whole hygiene routine first, then I feel more woke, right? Because I do the whole cold water on the face, brush your teeth, wash your face, boom, 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 lotion, right? Yeah. And by the time I'm finished with that process, I'm already up and ready, right? Get a glass of water, boom, 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 wake up the system, and then go into straight putting God first, right? Yeah. And I feel like that quote, cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Like, You don't want to be talking to a guy with hot breath.
Hot
Well,
breath.
yeah, you want to be talking to a guy with that funk, right? It's almost like waking up to your baby like, hey, baby, how you doing today? You know, I missed you. He's like, yo, chill that out. Oh, yeah, I never read the message. It says, step up, step
He was
step it
telling
up
the people in
here.
that room.
Double tap on the screen and like. It's free. And subscribe and like
you
and
know,
subscribe. Help the algorithm. I know that's what's up, bro. Tap.
You know, buddy, we appreciate you.
That's what's up. I appreciate that, yo. On a side note too, it's a mindset, yo. You gotta say no to the people.
Yeah.
You gotta say no to the people. We wanted to set up a date for our daughter, a play date, and one of the homeboys called the same day, and I was like, yo, you know, schedule on another day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I initially reached out, it was more of like schedule. Let's make plans to schedule on this day. Yo, what's up? What go on, man? What go on? I'm getting better.
I see you.
What's that?
What happened next?
Yeah. So long story short, he had called me like immediately, kind of after I sent the message. He was like, yeah, we'd be available today. Later on, like maybe like an hour or so from the time frame I called, and he was like, yeah, we can, if y'all want to, or we can schedule on another day.
Yeah.
And we were about to prioritize something that wasn't in the schedule for that day. We were just gonna make room, and at that time, I was already editing on a video for y'all and for us to put out there, right? And I was almost finished, but I had another video I had to edit. So, because the thing is about get out ahead of it so you ain't got to get ready. Right. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
And so we post, if we, prioritize posting at least 3 posts and then schedule them to be post separate days, then obviously you ahead of the time frame and you ain't got to think about it on the day of to try to get that video out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, I had to hit him back up. I was like, yo, not today. Let's do like this other day, right? And then we can actually have it in schedule and not just opening up your time frame, because you got to stay locked in. This is more important right now. Right. This is something that this is something that you are focusing on getting results from, right? You can't be working on it and then go have fun and then try to come back later and think that you're going to still have the same energy. Right? Staying locked in. This is the mindset, right? You got to say no to people a lot of times. Yeah. No, I can't show up.
Sometimes it's not going to be nice to say no to things that you really want to do. But if you are locked in that month, that 90 days.
Facts.
You got to do it. You got to do what you got to do to get what you want to get. Yeah. That's it, you guys.
And it says what? Upon mind of down.
And also waking up. You have to also
American.
You also have
South African.
You also have to keep yourself in, like, when you go to sleep, prepare yourself for the next morning, especially in the days of, like, this is my first time doing this. I've never had a morning routine and stuff like that. You have to wake up. You have to go to sleep prepared. You take out your workout clothes. You put the cup out for your tea or for your coffee, whatever it is that you drink. Yeah. You put your book out right next to your coffee cup. You set yourself up for success. Right. Because nobody else is going to do that for you. If you're going to think you're going to go to sleep a mess, you're definitely going to wake up a mess, and you're not going to want to do it the next day. Yeah, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. It's mindset, mindset. It's also programming, reprogramming your mindset on thinking like this, right? Not everybody thinks like this. Everybody's worried about what the next person is doing, how they can keep up and stay up with the other people and the whole rigmarole. And it's like, nah, bro, you got work to do. Right. You got work to do. And if you don't know what your work is, then you need to sit down and you need to figure it out. Right? You need to figure it out. You need to sit there and have some intimacy with yourself, right? We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that intimacy. But long story short, though, it's a mindset, yo. It's a mindset. Honestly, it's a working process, yo. It is. It is. You just gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep showing up for yourself, because you're not doing it for anyone but yourself, to be honest. If you have kids, you're doing it for you so that your kids can be better people or better human beings as they grow up. Right. Yeah. And if you don't want to do it too, That's okay. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
If you don't want to do it too, it's okay, you know. But you wouldn't be here listening if you didn't want to do it. So I would advise you to start doing it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your health. Fill your cup first in the morning before you get other people's energy. Like going on the phone first thing, or answering a text message, reading a message. You know, all those things that you shouldn't be doing. Focus on yourself first. It's very important.
Right.
To do that.
Right.
So yeah.
Stay locked in, yo.
Stay locked in.
Mainly too.
Only.
Mainly too. The reason why I say putting God first in the midst of all of that, because it can get challenging.
Yeah.
And you can lose your place. You can lose your purpose.
Right.
Right. You can be unaware of what you need to work on now. You can be unaware of what is the drive.
Right. Ooh.
Right. And a lot of the times, everything is just reminding, right? A belief is a thought you keep thinking.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, right?
That
And
is
so
so
if you
true.
continuously thinking outside or not even thinking about what the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
then you lose inspiration, you lose motivation, and you lose the discipline of even understanding what the routine is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is really knowing yourself, really starting to know yourself. Because one of the questions that I ask myself is like, am I a morning person? What's a morning person, right? What's a morning person? It's like, you know, in the AM, sometimes there's pockets for me where I'm like, yo, you can get up right now, right? And then there's some pockets where I'm like, nah, I need to get these Z's, right? And so I can feel well rested, right? Then getting up super early, doing the work, and then get halfway in the day and get tired.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And what I do, I can't get halfway in the day and get tired. I mean, I can take a nap, but it's definitely prioritized once I get to a certain point, and I got to either hold out or wait until I get there. And sometimes it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a challenge for me. And it's mindset over everything. That's why I was also saying knowing yourself, right? I have this thing where it's like, yo, why don't you just prioritize getting up at 7, right? But 7 right now, it can't fit in my schedule because of what I do, right? So I got to get up at 6 in order, if I want to get done what I want to do. Because I know once I get home, I don't want to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to do is really the cool down, which is like a stretch, right? Some meditation, and then really just kind of wrap up the night, which is like read the Bible, read a book. If I have some edits to do, I'll do that. And mainly just closing up that night like that, you know? And have really a strict nighttime routine as well. Strict nighttime routine and a strict AM routine. And that'll always catapult yourself into the areas that you want to improve in, right? And also it gives you a direction so you're not drifting.
Yeah.
Right? Like having my daughter on a nighttime routine is another. Sometimes she be want to drink. Like last night, Kanye didn't want to go to sleep.
She didn't.
She was up. When you was sleeping, she was up.
Uh-huh.
She had her feet in the feet air and stuff. I said, Kanye, she had the light on. I said, I'm about to turn this light off right now. I said, roll in your stomach, go to sleep.
Sometimes I don't let her go to sleep early, like go to sleep like around 8:30 because she be up at 3 as well.
No, that's understandable. But she was up at 10, going
really?
11. Yeah.
And she woke up
I said,
nicely
I'ma cut
this
the
morning.
TV
I
off.
thought she went to sleep immediately after I left her room. But I
No.
also want to share this verse that wakes me up every morning. Every time I feel like let me go back to sleep, think about this verse comes into my mind. It's what is it? Proverbs chapter 24, verse 33 to 34. It talks about how sleeping people, it says, yet a little sleep, a little slumber. I'm sure most of the people know this verse. But every time I want to go back to sleep, I think about that. I was like, it takes you, I don't want to be in poverty, okay? Because I've been there before and I don't want to go back there. Not really poverty, but like in a way that I don't have nothing right now, you know, and I'm struggling. I don't want to go back there. So every time I want to go back to sleep, I think about that verse and it tells me to wake up, to make sure that you wake up, because people who sleep, this is where they belong. So if you don't want to go there, you do this. Every time. I don't know why. I think I've trained myself because I had it a long time ago. I had it in my bathroom and I would read it every time I wake up. Do you want to share it?
Yeah, it says yet again. All right, so it says Proverbs 24, verse 33 through 34. It says again, warning about slumber and poverty. Here's the script that goes with it. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth in thy want as a armed man. So what I'm hearing here is those times you want to toss and turn, lay in the bed all day, it goes against the grain of being fruitful and multiply.
Right.
It goes against the grain because fruitfulness means productivity.
Right. Oh, yes.
Right? And you got stuff to do. And if you don't know what to do, you need to figure out what to do.
Right.
Right? Or you need to ask God. A lot of times people don't even understand really the power of asking God. They're like, why am I about to sit in here and talk in the air? Right?
Talking
it's
in
like,
the air, wow.
No, you gotta think about it because that's the whole purpose of meditating, right? Meditating brings you to the awareness that there is stuff happening around you, but you're here. You're now.
And another thing is that poverty is, what did they say? They say poverty is a lack of creativity. So while you sleep, you're not being creative. While you're on your phone, you're not being creative. And while you're watching TV, you're not being creative.
Yeah.
So staying locked in is you knowing that I'm going to wake up. I'm going to not watch TV until I'm done with everything that I'm creating. What else? I will not watch TV. I'm not going to scroll until it's time for me to scroll. And this is the time that I'm going to give myself.
It's never a time to scroll.
Scrolling. There is never a time for scrolling, but you can set a time like, okay, I'm done with this, and then I'm going to be on my phone, and then my phone's going to shut me down in 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go back to work. Or I'm going to finish everything that I'm doing later in the day when I'm cooking, then I can be on my phone. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? You can make time. You make time for stuff. You don't have to stop doing it. I was telling one of my girls that I work out with that, because she was like, she's going to immediately stop eating fast food, and I was like, you can't do that to yourself. What you need to do is to slowly remove fast food, because you don't know the feeling of not eating fast food, and if you're just gonna cut it off, you're gonna go through a lot and you're gonna go back to it.
The question is how to slowly remove it. The answer is you move towards food places. If you're gonna eat out, you start eating at more of an authentic food place that actually cooks real food, right?
Yeah.
And so you, like for me, I would go to specific Asian houses, right? Specific keywords, specific Asian houses that complemented authentic food choices. We would go to like halal spots, some Mexican like food truck spots that was more authentic food. And just picking out better choices of food quality.
Quality, yes. And
right?
also
Not quantity.
making your own meals too, because you got nothing to lose. If you're gonna look at Pinterest, most of our meals, I look at Pinterest most of the time, and I get inspired, and I want to make that, and then I start making something similar, or I make exactly that.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. I'm not a professional cook. I'm not, I'm figuring things out. So I go on Pinterest and I look at Pinterest. Sometimes it's TikTok. It depends where you feel comfortable more.
I think that's the level of concept though. Like you were saying, like not to stop eating fast food like that. Like also like what's the way, and obviously the longevity aspect is to start cooking and get inspired by Pinterest and stuff. But I think to way out of eating fast food, and the way I did it and the way that we did it was start eating more of an authentic food, right? Start paying a little bit more than trying to think about quantity with a lower price, right?
Yeah.
When you start thinking like that, you're not really getting a higher level of quality, right? Why you want to pay for some noodles that are only like $2 and some cents, right? And you know that what's in the packet is not good. Right, like all of the chemicals and ingredients that they're using in there to get that flavor is not quality, right? Why don't you go to a different brand that actually focuses on and pay a little bit more? Me too.
I used to eat them noodles.
Smash the crap out of them.
Especially when I was pregnant, I would put siracha sauce and I would make the noodles.
Yeah, I used to put the chopped up onions, the cilantro, the onions, the green peppers, the scallions.
Yeah,
and the sausage. Well,
sausage.
some eggs, scramble that, boom.
Yeah, I know
just
the eggs. You used to do that for us too.
and it was bomb. But
Yeah.
there's a higher quality of noodles you can get. There's a
Yeah.
better choice of noodles you can get. There's a better choice of ingredients that you can get with those. There's people who are working towards making the quality of noodles better, you know?
Yeah.
And you just got to make better choices, right? You got to not go get that
I think
brand.
what I told her, not that I think.
Brand is everything.
What I told her yesterday was to meal prep for 3 days. And on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we don't work out, she meal preps again for another 3 days, and then weekend she can splurge on fast food, like treat herself. Like I did good. Every time you eat fast food, eat it as if like you are appreciating yourself, because once you start cooking for yourself and once you start eating healthy, when you eat fast food, you feel the difference. So you're gonna choose that. Oh,
yeah, you will.
I don't want this anymore. This is what I'm gonna.
Or this is what I notice when I eat this now,
Yes.
compared to when I wasn't noticing it.
Yes.
And I was just mainly focusing on my taste buds, enjoying the taste. Because that's how they get you.
Yeah, or like it's easy. You know, you just go on a drive-through and you just eat. But we're not focused. That's not our main focus for today, you guys. Our main focus for today is staying locked in. Yes. Stay locked in your dreams. Stay locked in your goals. Stay locked in everything that you want to do. Stay locked in your weight. Like I've seen a lot of people trying to lose weight, and it's been difficult because there are some things that they don't want to take away in their lifestyle. And if you don't want to take away some stuff in your lifestyle, it's going to be hard for you to either lose weight, gain weight, eat more, stress less, all these other things. Wake up early in the morning and fight acne on your face. I recently realized that every time I go back to, because we were in a fast, right?
Yeah.
We were not eating meat. We were not eating bread or anything else besides
eggs,
fruits,
dairy, nothing.
besides fruits and vegetables, right? So I realized that I went back the other day. We had pizza, right? And then I felt a little blackhead. Yes, we were in our fast last month. And then I just have this, like it hurts, the blackhead thing. It hurts. It's right here. And I was like, look, I ate couple of slices of pizza and look at me now. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to have because I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like spots, like acne spots, because you know of all the things. So me realizing that oh shoot, maybe I might not have to go back to eating like this anymore. However, I have to take it easy, you know.
You just fine tune in what's quality.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say quality, I mean in like what makes you feel lighter once you become conscious and present about what makes you feel lighter, what makes you feel high energy, you become conscious, aware. She's conscious and aware about her face and stuff like that. So when she eats and she's not, so for that whole month we didn't eat any outside products other than fruits, vegetables, and water. And juicing, right? And juicing, like literally juicing our fruits and making our own juice, right?
Yeah.
And in that whole process, there was a lot of detoxification happening. You know what I'm saying? You got to the end of the month, there was more clarity, more things popping up because you are fighting against years and years and years of what you've been doing, habits of what you've been doing.
Eating, yeah.
So when we came back, obviously we didn't smash right on some pizza. It took us like closer to our anniversary, or
like
her birthday.
Last week. It took us closer to last week to
eat that stuff.
I think we started eating
and immediately her body
reacted.
And she was able to be present and also be conscious enough to see there is a difference here. I'm not just making this up, right? Because it wasn't there, and what would be the cause?
Right.
And that's when you're really being a stewardship of your body. Stewardship is just management. You're managing your body. Your job is to not only manage your body, but to manage your finances, staying locked in. This is a locked in mentality. Stewardship is a locked in mentality. You're managing your body, you're managing your finances, you're managing your relationships, you're managing your businesses, you're managing God's wealth.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, if they've seen the video that we made on your birthday, the video that the vlog that we had on your birthday, we didn't have no cake.
We had vegan cheesecake.
We didn't have no eggs, no nothing. We just had like waffles and fruits, and then we had like a vegan cheesecake option, which was like the little
small
vegan
cup.
Because we just came out and we were thinking about like not brutally
throwing stuff inside of your gut system. Because I was listening to a gentleman who was talking about staying locked in the mentality. Well, he wasn't saying staying locked in, but I'm just associating it with it. Was what the main thing when he does, he focuses whatever he puts in his mouth, he focuses on feeding his gut bacteria, good bacteria first, right? Because the microbiomes in your stomach is the first thing that you want to be conscious and aware of.
Yeah.
Right. So he focuses on the good bacteria in the stomach when he dumps food in, when he decides to feed the body, right?
That's good.
And gives him an awareness on, yo, I'm being conscious about this, right? Because I understand the most important meal of the day is the first meal that you consume of the day.
Oh, yes.
I was like, ooh, my man's locked in. My man's locked in.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So, more of the story is, yo, I think you dropped in. I don't think anybody has any comments right now, any statements leaning towards what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you do, definitely drop them in the other videos, and we'll get back to you. We do pretty good with, answering and responding to all the comments. Long story short, man, it's a mind frame. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Stay locked in so you can also change the way that you think. Right? There's a moment of thank you for telling us. Like I would, but I can't.
Okay. Drive safely.
But like I said, definitely shoot the comments elsewhere, and we'll definitely get back to you, and we probably can bring it up in the next live. Damn, I had a good point I was about to make.
I know that feeling.
I was about to say something, but I was going to say mainly just staying locked in. Like, it's a mindset, it's a mind frame, and about reprogram, that's where it was. About understanding how to reprogram and restore new belief systems with old belief systems, right?
Oh, yes.
To interchange, find a new belief system. You can also adopt belief systems as well from others, from individuals, yes. You've been doing it, obviously, because you adopt a perception of your parents' mindset on their belief systems. You adopted it unconsciously. But you can do it consciously is what I'm letting you know, right? You could be deliberate on what you want to dump and what you want to replace old thoughts with. Like, I remember at one point, I'm from Detroit. I'm from heaven. I just so happened to land in Detroit, Michigan, right? See what I'm saying? You got to be present. I'm from heaven, and I landed in Detroit, Michigan, right? But the culture in Detroit, Michigan was a mind frame of, yo, when somebody asks you for money, I'm broke. That was the mind. That was the phrase everybody used. I ain't got no money. I'm broke. And boy, did your boy understand real quick that wasn't the lingo for him. That wasn't look, heaven ain't broke. Heaven ain't broke. But I understood really quick on being present on that's not the words I'm going to use. Yeah. Right? I understood. I started even picking up certain phrases that other individuals that I was adopting their belief systems on, changing my way of thinking.
It's also, what I was going to say, it's part of your affirmations too. Whatever you say, you bring it into your life. Right.
I started changing it that's not a part of that's not in my budget right now. That's not a part of my budgeting finances at this current moment. And I started figuring out different ways of telling people like, no, that money ain't for you right now. that ain't for you. I ain't broke, but that circulation ain't for you.
Yeah.
It's not for you. It already has a home. It already has a place to go to right now. Right? It already has a mission. It has set mission. As the master, I told the servant to do what I needed to do, and he already had. They all Tim, Jerry, Jim, Frank, Benjamin, all of them. They all got places to go. They all got their set destination and mission of what they need to do to multiply the money, so I could definitely give God his percentage, and thank God for definitely being able to put me in a position to be able to direct them to be able to make more money. All right, it takes money to make money. I can't let it get away with me, cause I gotta control it for be told it don't become my master. I just made it up. I just made it up.
You just made
I did. I just made it up.
I thought it was a real song. I'm sitting here.
That first half was. That first half was. That first half was like. That's real. But the other part I just put on. I put it on for that one.
That was cool. I was like, who sings that song? So interesting.
Yes. Yo, so with that being said, yo, it's a mind frame. Stay locked in. God vibes only. Peace, blessings, prosperity, successful abundance, and
we love you.
We love you. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't. If you feel like this information was a benefit to you and we blessed your life, definitely bless us back. Also, we dropped content for you yesterday, and today will be coming later on today. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your notifications on. Stay locked in.
God vibes only.
God vibes only. One up. Stay blessed. Bye.